These are the top 5 players at every position in FC 25. Starting with the goalkeeper, you need someone who's tall with good speed and playstyle. So the 5th best goalkeeper right now is also one of the cheapest, Alisson, who isn't just 6'4" with good chemistry links, but he also has the deflector playstyle plus, meaning he won't give up easy rebounds that make you contemplate your life and instead will hit the ball into a safe space. But the 4th best goalkeeper is completely different, Ederson, who is the only keeper in FC 25 with the long ball pass playstyle, allowing you to counterattack very quickly and get out of situations no other goalkeeper can. But if you want someone who was on every pro player's team for the FC Pro Open qualifiers, then you need to buy Curtis, who costs only 20,000 coins and plays for Real Madrid, making it extremely easy to link with some of the best players in the entire game. But the 2nd best goalkeeper is automatically on full chemistry, Tim Howard, whose bald spot is bigger than Tom's, but he's a hero in the Premier League, meaning he might not be able to save Man U, but at least he gives everyone an easy link. But he's nothing like the last goalkeeper who's been the best for 3 years in a row, Van der Sar, who's not only 6'6" with 5 goalkeeper playstyles, but no matter what you do, he saves every shot. But now that we're done with the goalkeepers, let's move on to the right backs. I'd like my right back to overlap, so I'm looking for someone who's alright at defense but has good pace and passing. And the 5th right back is insanely cheap, costing just 1,200 coins, Llorente, because if you put him in the no pressure evolution, he becomes better than his Trailblazer card for less than 160,000 coins. But the next right back is for people who like to play a false back, Trent Alexander-Arnold, who has the 3 best passing playstyles in the entire game, allowing him to make incredible passes when he slides into the midfield. But this next player had an extremely good SBC that I missed out on, Di Lorenzo, who is insanely hard to link with since the only good players from Serie A are Leao and Theo Hernandez, but 87 pace with some of the best playstyles in the game is worth losing chemistry over. And moving on to the 2nd best right back in the game, Delo, who is better than Di Lorenzo in every stat and plays in the Premier League, meaning if you have the coins, you should join every pro player and use this card. But he's nothing compared to the best right back in the entire game right now, Jeremy Frimpong. Not only because he has 94 pace with quick step and rapid plus, but when you put an anchor card on him, he has the same pace as Mbappe with better defending stats than Hullet. But now that we're done with the right backs, let's move on to the most pivotal part of the defense, the center backs, who are supposed to be tall, win tackles, and body everyone who gets in their way. The 5th center back is the only center back with the nipple twist playstyle plus, Rudiger, who doesn't just have great stats, but he also has the defender plus plus role, meaning he is always in position and almost never makes a mistake. Just like the 4th center back who had one of the best cards in the game last year, Lucio, who has 91 defending with the block playstyle, meaning he won't just clamp every defender, he's also gonna block them too. But now the 3rd center back is one of the best players in the Premier League, Saliba, who is similar to Rudiger in stats, but he has the Anticipate Plus playstyle, which is exactly why every single pro player used him in their team. But next, the 2nd center back is the best icon center back, Rio Ferdinand, who has 90 defending and just like Saliba, Anticipate Plus. But the only problem is you're gonna have to sell your kidney to afford it. Unlike the center back at number 1 who is worth every penny, Virgil van Virgil, whose stats and playstyles don't matter because his aura wins him every tackle, meaning if you have the coins, you are missing out if you don't spend them on VVD. But now that we're done with center backs, there is only one position left on defense. It's the left back, who doesn't overlap as much, so I'm looking for someone who's fast with good defense. And starting with the 5th left back, Trailblazer Grimaldo, who has 87 pace, 80 defending, but he's only 25,000 coins because he plays in the Bundesliga, making him very hard to link with. But now the 4th left back is no surprise at all, Mendy, who really isn't that good, but everyone uses him because of his 89 pace, 81 defending, and easy chemistry links. Unlike the 3rd left back, who is more expensive than most attackers, Theo Hernandez, because not only is he the fastest left back, he's jacked, which is exactly why every pro player was using him in the last tournament. But the 2nd left back was just added to the game this year, Zé Roberto, who is the only left back with 5-star skills and the dead ball playstyle, meaning you never have to worry about your left back missing a free kick. But the left back at number 1 is no surprise, Roberto Carlos, who is the most expensive left back, costing 1.4 million coins, but he deserves every penny because his stats speak for themselves. But now that the defense is taken care of, let's move on to the midfield. I'm looking for players with long ball plus and good passing stats. Starting off, I don't know why, but the 5th best center mid in the game is Frankie de Jong, whose total rush card is insane, but his gold card is still worth it at just 13,000 coins, but only because he has the incisive incisive pass playstyle and can slice through anyone's defense. But next, the 4th center mid won the female Ballon d'Or, Aitana Bonmati, who just like De Jong has incisive pass, but instead she is way better at attacking with 81 pace, meaning she can make through balls on the outside as well as join the attack. But next, the 3rd best center mid is one of her teammates, Patry, who is the best budget center mid with the long ball pass playstyle, which is exactly why she was in every pro player's lineup at the beginning of the year. But unlike Patry, the 2nd center mid has Hullet gang stats, Hullet, who can play anywhere on the pitch, but since his stats are so evenly distributed, he is unstoppable as a box-to-box midfielder. And lastly, the center mid at number 1 was a can't-miss SBC, Sissoko. Costing only 34,000 coins, long ball plus, and great stats, he is worth playing off chemistry. But now that we're done with the midfielders, let's move on to the left wing. All I really care about is beating players down the line and cutting in to score finesse shots. And the 5th left winger on the list is Garnacho, who was one of the only cards in the entire game that didn't lose value during the market crash, but only because of his pace and his ability to cut in and score finesse shots. But the 4th left winger is significantly cheaper, Heung-min Son, who is only good because of his finesse shot playstyle plus, allowing him to cut in from any angle and score absolute bangers. But the 3rd best winger was robbed by only being given a hero card, Eden Hazard, whose 91 pace, 91 dribbling, and technical plus makes him one of the shiftiest players in the entire game. And the player number 2 got shifted into 2nd place, Vinicius Jr., who is insanely expensive, costing 1.4 million coins, only due to his 5-star skills, playstyles, and dance moves. And lastly, the best winger in the entire game needs no introduction, Ronaldinho, who doesn't just have custom animations that were designed specific to him, but with a hawk, he's one of the only players with 4 stats over 90. But now moving on to the top 5 strikers in the entire game. I'm looking for someone who can stretch the defense, L1 speed boost, and most importantly, score. And the 5th best player that can do all 3 is Rafael Leao. With 94 pace, rapid, and quick step, he is the budget version of Mbappe, destroying defenders and scoring insane goals all the time. But now the 4th player is similar to Leao, Julian Alvarez, whose road to the knockout is insanely expensive, costing 800,000 coins. But with the Hunter card, he beats center backs with ease and can score a finesse shot anytime. And now the 3rd striker is another hero, Paulo Futre, who is incredibly underrated with 93 pace, 93 dribbling, and technical plus. Not to forget, he's automatically on full chem. But the 2nd striker is Mr. Handsome himself, David Ginel, who doesn't just have insane stats, but he also has 5-star, 5-star, making him a threat to steal your girl at all times. And lastly, as you can imagine, the best striker in the entire game is Mbappe. It's always Mbappe. 5-star skills with that pace and control is unreal. And now moving on to the last position, the right wing. Just like the left wing, all I care about is taking people down the line and cutting in to score finesse shot. And the 5th best right wing in the game is Lionel Messi, whose total rush card is insane, but his gold card is still usable because he has technical plus and the ability to replicate the pass he made against Netherlands at all times. But now the 4th right wing is one of the most slept on heroes, Roland, who with the Hunter card has 3 stats over 90 and the power shot playstyle, making him unstoppable once he gets an open shot. But the 3rd right wing is also one of the best budget wingers, Mo Salah, who just like Son is only good because of the finesse shot meta, allowing him to cut in at any moment and score an unreal goal. But the 2nd winger doesn't have finesse shot but is still insane, Hansen, but not just because of her 5-star skills and weak foot, but her ability to link to her Barcelona teammates. And lastly, the best right winger in FC 25 is Gareth Bale, who is insanely fast with the L1 speed boost, making him impossible to stop. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe and click here for the best settings in FC 25. Peace.